Okay, up to how much is discussed? This portion is done. Glands. Please respond because I forgot, because I take classes for different sections, no? Now speak up. Up to how much is done? This portion is done or what? Associated glands is done or what?
হৈ গৈছে
হৈ গৈছে? ডাইজেশ্যন হোৱা নাই ন? এইখিনি হোৱা নাই ন? নে এইখিনি হ'ল?
yes ডাইজেশ্যন বা ফুলৰ পৰা ষ্টাৰ্ট কৰিব লাগিব স্যাৰ
Section B. Yes. তোমালোকক যে সুধিছোঁ মই ক্লাছ হৈছে নহৈছে কিয় ৰেছপণ্ড নিদিয়া I was asking no whether you are having class or not. Why aren't you responding? I had to ask your chemistry ma'am again. Why don't you respond? Others okay, it was only for the admins. What happened to the CRs? No one is responding whether you are having class or not. I just wanted to no, because I am having some other work from 11. I thought I'll take the class now. You should confirm now. What is your duty as a CR? Just नाम का CR होने से कैसे होगा? That is why I'm making you people admins, no? So that you can respond. Yes, no, something. Okay, I know you are dumb, but typing is you can do, I guess. There is no use of being the CR. What is the use of being the CR? And if you cannot take the responsibility, let your mentor know that I won't be able to do that. You just appoint someone else. They will do that. They will appoint someone else. Anyways, this alimentary canal and associated glands is done. In the process of digestion, the alimentary canal, it starts from the mouth, right, and it ends in the anus. So this one is discussed. So today we will discuss about yes.
আপোনাৰ ভয়েসটো অলপ দূৰৰ পৰা অহা লাগি আছে একদম দূৰৰ পৰা যেন আহিছে ভালকে
মই হেডফোন লৈ আছো চোন এতিয়া শুনা পাইছা
yes ma'am
okay so today we will discuss about the digestion of food okay how food is digested we discussed about what is the structure of alimentary canal and what is means included in the alimentary canal and what glands play a role in digestion all that we discussed but now we will discuss about the main process of digestion how digestion takes place okay and what are the enzymes and chemicals required for digestion okay so digestion it starts in the buccal cavity okay what is the buccal cavity we discussed that it is the empty space in the mouth right in the mouth the space inside the mouth that is known as the buccal cavity or oral cavity okay so that buccal cavity. Inside the buccal cavity, there is teeth and tongue. Okay, there is teeth and tongue in the buccal cavity. So, uh, in the mouth, there is saliva. There are salivary glands. Salivary glands we discussed while discussing glands, right? This salivary gland. So, saliva, it comes out from the salivary gland. Just give me a second. Someone is making so much noise outside. I'll just wait. Okay, and you can give your attendance, okay, everyone, in the chat box. I'll take it from there. Okay, so there is the salivary gland, right? And in the salivary gland, there is saliva. Saliva comes out of the salivary gland. And that saliva is mixed with the food, and saliva has enzymes, okay? Two types of enzymes are there in saliva. And what to say, the saliva, when you chew the food, like when you eat the food, you chew the food, right? And then the food is mixed with the saliva, so that when the food is like chewed food, like broken down food particles, and that thing which mixes with the saliva, that is known as the bolus. Okay, this one, bolus. So that thing is known as the bolus. And what to say, in the saliva, there are two enzymes. One is salivary amylase and one is lysozyme. This one. Enzyme salivary amylase and lysozyme. These are two enzymes which are present in the saliva. Okay. And what is the function of salivary amylase? So salivary amylase function is that it will like convert starch into maltose. Okay, see, like when you chew the food, like when you chew rice, I gave that example earlier also during explanation of this digestion. So when you chew rice, rice is not sweet, right? But when you chew it for like some time, you get some sweetness. Okay, that is because the starch that is present in the what to say, that is present in uh, the rice, it is, when it mixes with the saliva, it breaks down into maltose. Okay, and that is why you get that sweet taste. Okay, and so the function of salivary amylase is an enzyme present in the saliva. Okay, and that the function of that enzyme is it will break down starch into maltose. Okay, maltose. And then the function of lysozyme, this is a second enzyme. So the function of lysozyme is, what will it do? It will like act as an antibacterial agent. See, it will act, lysozyme acts as antibacterial agent in mouth to prevent infection. Antibacterial agent means what? It will fight against bacteria. It will it will not, it will like prevent bacterial infections. Okay, it will stop, it will not allow your mouth to get infected. Otherwise, see, there are lots of pollution, right? In the environment, there is a lot of pollution. Even in the air we breathe, there is a lot of dust particles and a lot of bacteria and everything, right? So when you like, now even I'm speaking, right, so my mouth is open, then any virus or any bacteria, it can enter my mouth and then it can cause infection. But the saliva, the lysozyme, that is an enzyme that is present in the saliva. It helps, it protects your mouth from any bacterial infection. So that is why it is written here that it acts as an antibacterial agent. Antibacterial agent means it will protect against, it will fight against bacteria. Okay, any bacterial infection, it will fight against that, and it will prevent our mouth or our body from infection. Okay, so that is the function of lysozyme. So these are, just remember, these are very important. Okay, two enzymes that are present in saliva, that is salivary amylase and lysozyme. One is salivary amylase and lysozyme. These are the two enzymes. Okay, so function of salivary amylase is it will break down starch into maltose, and function of lysozyme is it will act as an antibacterial agent. Okay, okay, and now getting back to the bolus. Okay, so bolus is when the food is chewed in the mouth and then it is mixed with the saliva. Okay, and it forms bolus. It means it will form like a ball of like food particles. No, so that is known as, that thing is termed as a bolus. So what will happen from the bolus? That bolus from the mouth, it will be, you will swallow the food, right? When you swallow the food, the bolus will travel from the pharynx to and the esophagus to the stomach, like this. Let me show you the diagram. Okay, so this is the mouth, right? You chewed the food and then it formed into a, you formed the, like the food became a bolus, and then you swallowed it. So when you swallowed it, it will pass through the pharynx, this is the pharynx, and then to the esophagus, and then it will reach the stomach. Okay, then in the stomach also there will be different enzymes acting on the food. Okay, in the stomach also there will be different enzymes acting on the food. So mainly there is hydrochloric acid. Okay, HCl, that is hydrochloric acid. So and these are the enzymes. Pepsinogen. Okay, one is pepsinogen. Okay, so these two enzymes, they will act in the stomach. In the stomach, these pepsinogen and HCl, they will work. Okay, these two, pepsinogen is an enzyme, HCl is hydrochloric acid. Okay, these two will act, and they will also help in the process of digestion. Means digestion in the stomach. Okay, in the mouth, what happened, you understood? In the mouth, the saliva it acts, right? And in next step in digestion will be in the stomach. Digestion will not happen in the esophagus or in the pharynx. Okay, digestion will again happen in the stomach. Next is, so in the stomach, that is hydrochloric acid and pepsinogen, it will play a very important role. Okay, there are gastric glands, and there is HCl, and that is the reason why, when you feel very hungry, when you feel very hungry, you uh, people should not, it is not advised for people to stay hungry. Because whenever you feel hungry, you should eat something. Because what happens when you feel hungry, you get stomach aches, right? Your stomach like feels burning sensation is there, and you feel aches in your stomach. So that is because of this HCl. Okay, that is because of this HCl. So and the bile, and there is bile also, but mainly HCl is there. That is hydrochloric acid, and that is why you get that burning sensation. And then there is bile also. When bile also it comes out, then also you get that burning sensation. Whenever you feel hungry and your stomach it is empty. Okay, so whenever the stomach is empty and you feel like eating, then okay, so this enzyme that is in the stomach, pepsinogen and hydrochloric acid, okay, they act. And what is the function of HCl? So HCl in the stomach, what will it will do? So HCl, I mean the hydrochloric acid, it will activate the pepsinogen. Okay, pepsinogen is the enzyme. Okay, pepsinogen is an enzyme, and the hydrochloric acid that is present in the stomach, that will activate the what to say, pepsinogen, which is an enzyme, and the pepsinogen will be converted into pepsin. Okay, when the pepsinogen is activated, it will convert itself into pepsin, and so in the stomach, these proteins are digested. Okay, so pepsin will help in the digestion of protein. Okay, what so initially what will happen in the stomach, when the bolus it reaches the stomach, the ACL it will activate the pepsinogen, and the pepsinogen will be converted into pepsin, and the protein part of the food will contain a protein part, right? That protein part will be digested. Okay, and these peptones and proteases, these peptones and proteases, all these are like when the protein is digested, it will give these byproducts. Okay, these products will be this will be formed when the protein is digested. Okay, so just for you need to remember just that, like in the first step of digestion, it will happen in the mouth, right? That is the salivary amylase and lysozyme will act on the food, right? And then the food will pass through the pharynx, and from the mouth it will come to the pharynx, and then esophagus, and then stomach. And in the stomach, so HCl and pepsinogen, it plays a very important role. And in the stomach, the protein part of the food is digested. Just remembering this much also is enough. Okay. And HCl, it is present in the gastric juice. Okay, gastric juice in the stomach, there is gastric juice. So the HCl is present in the gastric juice. Okay, that is why I don't know if you have heard of such incidents, but some people some people they like more mainly the alcoholics and means people like that. So they suffer from like gastrics, and then what happens? Their gastric juice, like their stomach will burst. Okay, I have heard people like their stomach bursted, and then the gastric juice it comes out, and the ACL is present in the gastric juice, no, so it caused all burns in the stomach. Okay, stomach means the not the I'm talking about only the stomach, the abdomen. So it caused it the ACL, that is a very strong acid, no, so that's acid, it caused like things to burn. So that is a very concentrated acid. So if you have done chemistry practicals, then you will know sulfuric acid, hydrochloric acid, these are very strong acids. Okay.
Ma'am,
Mm.
what is the function of HCl in
Stomach.
digestion?
See this one, ACL, one only one function, that is HCl will without the help of ACL, pepsinogen will not be activated. Okay, HCl it activates pepsinogen. Okay, it will act with there is an enzyme pepsinogen, right, in the stomach. So this HCl will act with this pepsinogen, and then this pepsinogen will be activated, and it means activated means you can just imagine it to be like pepsinogen will convert into pepsin. Okay, when HCl will act with pepsinogen, it will convert the pepsinogen into pepsin, and then protein will be digested. Okay, because HCl or pepsinogen cannot digest protein. Pepsin only can digest protein. Okay, now this HCl, what will the function of HCl is that it will convert pepsinogen into pepsin. Okay, and then pepsin will help in digestion of food. Okay. So function of HCl is indirectly it helps in digestion of protein part of the food indirectly, and directly what it does is it activates pepsinogen, and then pepsinogen is converted into pepsin, and then the protein part of the food is digested. Okay, indirectly it plays a role in digestion of protein. So without the HCl, protein will not be digested, because
Okay, ma'am.
without the HCl, protein will not be digested. So this is the initial step. No? Okay, next is the small intestine. Okay, so let me show you the diagram. Okay, this is the stomach, right? Then the food that bolus came to like there, right, down to the esophagus and to the stomach. In the stomach, protein part is digested. Then it will move to the small intestine. Small intestine it starts in the duodenum, right? So small intestine it will come. Okay, in the small intestine also, again, digestion will take place. Okay, the main thing that is bile. Bile will act. Yes, see, bile will act in the small intestine, and there is pancreatic juice, intestinal juice. In the intestine, there are juices, and there is pancreas. From the pancreas also, there will be pancreatic juice, and then from the gallbladder, there is bile. Okay, so these three things will act in the small intestine. Okay, these three things will act in the small intestine. And in the small intestine, what happens? Mainly, what to say, the fat part, fats, and lipids and fats. So all those they will like get digested. Okay, and in the pancreatic juice, there are not three, there are these enzymes present in the pancreatic juice. This is trypsinogen, chymotrypsinogen, procarboxypeptidase, amylase, lipase, nuclease. All these are enzymes present in the pancreatic juice. Okay, these are the names of enzymes. Try to remember it, at least like two, three. Okay, so these are the enzymes that are present in the pancreatic juice. So, what to say? So these enzymes, they will play a significant role in uh, digestion. Okay, so here it is written, everything it is written in details. Okay, but I'm just mentioning only those parts which we need to remember and which are very important. Because if you remember that, others you can just make your own points and write. But one thing that you need to remember, that is the name of the enzymes. Maybe it may be a little bit hard, but you have to remember the name of the enzymes. So like in the mouth, in the saliva, it was salivary amylase and lysozyme. And in the stomach, it was uh, pepsinogen, and there is HCl also. HCl is not an enzyme, okay? HCl is an acid, and there is pepsinogen enzyme. And then comes to the small intestine. Small intestine, this bile, pancreatic juice, and intestinal juice, they help in digestion. Okay, and these are the enzymes present in pancreatic juice. This trypsinogen, chymotrypsinogen, carboxypeptidase, amylase, lipase, and nuclease. Okay. These are the functions. See, trypsinogen is activated by enzyme enterokinase into trypsin. So trypsinogen will be converted into trypsin. Uh, you just need to figure out which is more important and which is not. Okay. This enterokinase and this enzyme, this is not that important. Just remember these are the enzymes present, and trypsinogen it will be converted into trypsin. Okay, and then it will activate all the other. This enzymes were in inactivate form, no? So now when trypsinogen will be converted into trypsin, all these enzymes will be activated, and then they will help in digestion. Okay, then there is bile. So do you know the color of bile? Do you know the color of bile? Have you seen bile in chickens and all?
Light
Hmm?
light green color, man.
Green.
Light green color.
Green, not light. I guess it is very dark, darkish. Actually, it is yellow. Okay, no. When you will make a dilute solution of that bile, it will be yellow. But since it is a very concentrated form, it is in very concentrated form. That is why it seems to be green. Yes, it is green. But when you will make a dilute solution, then it will seem to be like yellowish. Okay, and see, have you seen jaundice patients? Jaundice patients, their skin and eyes all becomes yellow, no? Jaundice, when people suffer from jaundice. So that is a condition where the bile, okay, in the bile, this bilirubin, and bilirubin, this pigment from the bile, it will rise. Amount of that pigment in the bile, they will rise. Okay, and since it rises, and therefore, like it appears on the skin and eyes and the eyeball, no, that white portion, it becomes yellow. So that is, and in the, when you pee also, it will. be totally yellow. That is when people suffer from jaundice. About the disorders we will discuss. Okay, there is jaundice of disorders and diseases of digestive system. So in the small intestine, what will happen? This bile, pancreatic juice, and intestinal juice. All these will act on the what to say, the food, and then they will help in the digestion of fats. Okay, and then in the large intestine, also some last means later stages of digestion, the last part. In the large intestine also there is intestinal juice, there is also little bit portion of the food it gets digested. Okay, in the large intestine too. And initially, okay. So from the small intestine, the food will pass to the large intestine, right? So after all that food, fat and everything, all those bile and the intestinal juice, it acts on the food, and then the food will travel to the large intestine. Yeah, and cecum and colon and rectum. These are the parts of large intestine. So the food will travel from the large intestine like this, and then the last remaining part which needs to be digested, and all those will be digested, and then finally the excreta means the useless parts which are not required. No, we already the body took the protein part, the fat part, whatever is required, all those is taken by our body. So the excreta which is not required, that will be stored in the rectum. Okay, the excreta which is not required, that will be stored in the rectum, and then when time comes, it will be excreted from the body. Okay, so this is how digestion of food takes place. That is, it will start in the mouth. In the mouth, saliva will act, and then it will pass to the pharynx, esophagus, and in the stomach. In the stomach, also some digestion will take place, right? In the stomach, those HCl, pepsinogen and all will act, and digestion will take place, and then it will pass to the small intestine. In the small intestine, the bile, pancreatic juice, all these will act. Okay, this is the pancreas. See, this is the pancreas. So here the pancreatic juice and everything will act. And this is the gallbladder, and this is where bile is stored. This here it is shown as like pinkish, but it is not pink. It is like that green color. No? So here the bile is stored. So this bile pigments and everything that will act in the small intestine. And then the digested food, the food, not digested food, that food will now travel to the large intestine. This is the last stage. Here the remaining parts all will get digested, and then the not required part means the the waste product that will come and store in the rectum, and then it will be passed out of the body. Okay, so this is how digestion takes place. Actually, if we go in depth, it is a very complex process, but uh, this much is enough because we have to keep in mind that people are from both science, commerce, arts background also, no? So that's why we will not go into so much technicalities. So just remembering this much is enough. Okay. Just remember where digestion takes place, the places where digestion will take place, and um, like which enzymes acts upon which and where the food protein or where the starch it gets digested. Okay, so this is all about digestion. We will discuss about disorders of digestive system and biomolecules. One more class we will need to discuss disorders of digestive system and biomolecules. One class, and your syllabus will be completed, I guess. Yes, I guess your syllabus will be completed. This portion is left. Okay, any doubts you can ask. Also, if you have not given your attendance, please give it. Don't give it multiple times. Just once is okay. Just give your attendance once. Okay, you can leave. Okay, let's do given your attendance, you can leave.